You are a slave. Want emancipation? Those are the first words that we have seen when it came to Persona 5's first teaser, and ever since then, people have been hyped for the latest installment in the Persona series, and I'm one of those people. As a matter of fact, I haven't even played a Persona game till the announcement of Persona 5. That's how hype I got for this game. I played the likes of Persona 3 FES, some of Persona 4 Golden, and even Persona Q, the Etrian Odyssey, and developed a huge liking to this series, and I've never been more hyped for Persona 5. Anyway, here are my top 5 things I hope are in Persona 5. The Persona series has always been an open world RPG, in which exploring your hometown, be it Lunar Vale, Iwatodai, or Inaba, took up most of your time. The way you explored towns was determined by fast traveling your way there. Though convenient, didn't really allow for much immersion. Getting from point A to point B didn't really allow people to enjoy the towns. So, in Persona 5, it would be nice to change it up a bit and give us a big, open world to explore. Since the game's location is Shibuya, a rather large and populated city, it would be a shame to let this game's setting be a series of tiny worlds connected by a quick travel menu. Instead, we should get one giant hub and walk around and explore our home, but not limit the game's world only to Shibuya. We can also have different locations to explore, and those can be linked by either walking to them or quick travel. I kind of believe that the world should be big enough to explore, but also have a quick travel as an option rather than a necessity. Since dungeons will probably be heist-like missions, it would make sense for them to be more structured and not subject to randomization as constant. Though, like I said before, randomization can be placed in after we complete the dungeons, which would encourage replayability in the dungeons and the game. This way, when we re-enter dungeons that we have beat and find them randomized, it's kind of like a hard mode, in which we can use it to grind our personas, get more money, etc., But of course, we wouldn't want people to go back to the old dungeons and not visit new ones, just grind until they're like massive levels. We can place a time limit on old dungeons, like they'll waste a day, or your character will get tired, like in Persona 3, or something like that, like a way to balance it out so they don't spend too much time in the old dungeons, but go to the new dungeons. And I believe making it like that will also add to the whole time management thing that is in Persona games. It cannot be ignored that the Persona series has been blown up in popularity ever since Persona 3 and Persona 4 came out. We have been bombarded with Persona 3 and Persona 4 spin-offs, animations, movies, games, plushies, sex toys, whatever. And then it's gotten to the point where we should let the Persona 3 and Persona 4 era end with the release of Persona 5. I believe that Persona 5 should build its own world and story separate to prior games. Even though Persona games reference past installments, they should only lightly reference Persona 4. I don't want Yosuke to appear out of nowhere promoting Junaz, or Naoto appearing as a detective investigating the main character's robberies. I don't want any of that. Persona 3 and Persona 4 have been oversaturated and thrown in our faces so many times that it's about time Persona 5 gets the spotlight all to itself. I want to indulge myself in the world of Persona 5 and enjoy the people of Shibuya, enjoy time with my new friends, and of the sort. In this installment, Atlas may be able to freshen everything up and give us something new, and I'm certain hardcore Persona fans, and Persona fans in general, will look forward to this breath of fresh air. This is actually something I am really looking forward to this in the game ever since I saw the first trailer. The phrase, "Are they on the road to glory?" or "catastrophe," has been shown in trailers. This has gotten me to think that there is going to be a multiple story ending with good and evil choices surrounded all about, and that is something I am absolutely ecstatic for. Games with multiple endings and multiple choices are my absolute favorite because it makes me want to go back and replay the game so I can experience both choices, everything that the game has to offer. And I have done this with games such as, Infamous 1, 2, and Second Son, Shadow the Hedgehog, and even Dishonored. These games feature the karma choice system, which lets us, the player, shape the story of our character and however we see fit. Now, good and evil choices should not affect only the story ending and like things like that. It should also affect social links, like for instance, your reputation with characters, your crew members, and things like that. Already, many Shin Megami Tensei games already follow this karma system with law, neutral, and chaos. So, this being the first Persona game to do that would be exciting, and the whole setting of Persona 5 would benefit from this. We could either be a Robin Hood like thief who wants to help the less fortunate, free the slaves, or we can be an evil thief who steals the power from the evil guy so we can control the slaves ourselves. Like that would be just amazing. From the first trailer shown, it was apparent that the enemies that we fight in Persona 5 are obviously demons/personas from past games. That led me to question, how the hell are we gonna get the personas as our protagonist? Simple, we steal them. I hope that we get the opportunity to steal away our enemies' personas as a way of acquiring new ones. And I know that sounds an awful lot like Pokemon, and I totally agree with you, but Atlas can make it work. For example, in the Digital Devil Saga games, you can instill fear into your enemies, and thus makes it easier to land a crit, devour them, or just straight up murk them. Why can't they revisit this idea in Persona 5? We can only steal an enemy's persona when they are confused, asleep, downed. So when they're downed, instead of doing an all-out attack, we can make a choice. Should we do an all-out attack and straight up murder this man? Or should we, jump on top of the enemy and rip his mask off so we can get a new persona? Now, I know this is a strange thought, but in the second trailer, we clearly see the main character jump on top of an enemy and rip his mask. Now, it may be a subtle hint towards this new gameplay feature, or maybe it's just a cool action shot. Now, I know the idea of stealing a persona may sound stupid because it's likely people are going to grind in a single area for a persona with the best stats, skills, yada yada yada, but we kind of already do that with Shuffle Time. And I think it would be a great way, I think it would be cool and amazing way to get new personas this way. Stealing them. I mean, it is the concept of the game, we're thieves. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have your own opinion on what should be in Persona 5, be sure to leave a comment. If you disagree with my list, be sure to leave a comment. I would love to hear you guys' opinions and what you guys have to say. And of course, don't forget to enjoy your time on the internet. My name is Chris, and I'll see you guys next time.